Hey everybody, what is going on? My name is Marf Gaming and welcome back to another Bullet Force video. Today is a bit different. I'm going to be giving some suggestions for Bullet Force. Lucas recently tweeted out a bunch of things pertaining to the game, trying to get a lot of feedback from players. So if you do have Twitter, I really highly suggest you go over to his profile and just answer some of his questions and vote on some of the polls he asked. So I know he talked about things like what people spend most with gold and if people like this certain camo and stuff like that. But today I'm actually going to give a bit of feedback. I don't know if he necessarily asked for, like he asked for feedback, of course, but I don't know if he was talking to this degree. But I'm going to be suggesting a new game mode. Now, don't worry, this is just going to be a little short video on just the game mode and kind of my ideas and stuff. I actually kind of mapped out a bit in some pictures, which I'll go into a bit later into the video. And I did this through City, so I kind of use City as an example for the game mode because I know not a lot of people like City, and I figured if this game mode is able to revive City, then I think it would be a great game mode for Bullet Force. So right off the bat, I want to ask you guys if you ever played Battlefield, so the Battlefield on console and PC. If you guys have ever played Rush on that game, I feel as though this game mode will take a lot from that. In fact, it pretty much is Rush from Battlefield. I think that'd be a great addition to the game, like if you just added in Rush. And that pretty much is my whole suggestion, but I do have some pictures and things and some mock-ups that I made that I'd like to share with you guys and get some of your feedback and maybe even some of your suggestions for the mode. And this game mode, I've gone through some of the maps and I've kind of thought about how it could be adapted, and I've pretty much found places in all maps in which this game mode can be adapted to. So this game mode should be able to fit on all maps. There might be one or two, maybe for example, urban might not be as well optimized for this mode, but I'm not sure. Like it really does depend on how people react once it is in the game. So yeah, definitely let me know your feedback and link me some pictures and stuff if you guys have any mock-ups of that. That'd be great to see, and we can collaborate on that sort of thing. But yeah, so let me explain what Rush is in case you guys have never played it. So obviously it is a Battlefield exclusive game mode. I don't think I've seen any mode like this ever before, but or at least in any other game. But yeah, so basically you have two sides, attackers and defenders. And in Battlefield, it's it's larger scale than what I'm about to tell you, but this is just the general gist of how it works. You have two bomb sites or objectives you have to destroy, and it works where you plant it, and then after I think it's like 45 seconds or so, the objective will be destroyed. However, there's a bit of a twist. So it's not like Counter-Strike where it's like a 5v5, and as soon as someone dies, they're out of the round. No, it's not that. The reason why this game mode is a bit different is because, number one, it's on a larger scale. So in Battlefield, you can have like 24 people, 32 people, and pretty much, obviously, you have attackers and defenders. The defenders only have to keep these objectives from being blown up within the time allotted, so 7 minutes, 10 minutes, but also the attackers have a certain amount of reinforcements. So basically, if I have, let's say, 6 people on a team, my reinforcements may be like 75 or 50, which means those 6 people have only 50 respawns. Now, not every person has 50 respawns, but that means as a team, they only have 50 more times they can respawn. And that's what kind of makes it more intense, in my opinion. It's just the fact that you have a limited amount of respawns, and it's also cool because when you die, you can jump back into the action. It's not like you're completely dead and you can't do anything until the next round. And so number one, this makes it on such a larger scale, kind of the defuse mode kind of on a larger scale. But on number two, when you get down to those last 5 reinforcements or so, and you have the last objective to destroy, the action is just insanely intense. And I have played Battlefield on PC, Battlefield 3. I played a bit of Battlefield 1. I don't own it, but I played it on other people's computers. I've played a lot of Battlefield Play for free. Unfortunately, that game has gone down, so I do have some really nice experience with Rush, and I know what works and what doesn't, and so I know definitely a lot of improvements could possibly be made to what I'm about to show you guys. But yeah, so if there is any confusion, just please ask me in the comments below. I'll be sure to explain the game mode, or at least what part of it you don't understand. But basically, it's kind of like Defuse, but on a massive scale with more intense action. And so and basically what it is you're trying to, you know, the attackers are trying to get past the choke point, and that's kind of the whole gist of it. And that's what makes it so intense, is you're just trying to get past one point, or you're trying to take down one bomb site. And by the way, it doesn't have to be 2 bomb sites, 3 bomb sites, or I should say objectives. You could be fighting over one, and I think some maps in Bullet Force would work very well. So for example, let's say on Urban, you put the bomb site in that little crevice, or the objective in that little crevice towards the middle of the map where people sometimes camp. If you put that there, you give, let's say, the attacking team 75 reinforcements, you just have an all-out brawl. I think that it works. Like, I think that would work really well, and I think that would make for some super intense action. But anyway, onto the mock-up. So I used City as a template for the game mode that I'm proposing, just because I looked at Conquest, or at least the map, and I figured that those points would be the easiest for me to sketch up and show what I'm talking about. I don't know, the map, when I looked at it, it looks like it could work fairly well for Rush. It would be the easiest to implement the game mode into, so that's why I did it. So on screen now, you can see a big picture of the map, usually when you're about to spawn in on Conquest, and you can see I put labels here, so attackers, defenders, objective A and objective B. And first thing I want to mention is that you can change these any way you want, and or at least whoever is implementing the game mode, whether it be Lucas or one of the map developers. And so figure you can probably put, if you want a third objective, you can put that in the middle where B is on Conquest, and I think that it would work fairly well behind the barriers there. I think that would provide some great cover and great intense action there, because it would be like a very nice focus point in the middle of the map. But I'm going to be focusing on the ones on the outside of the map, so objective A and objective B. So yeah, so here's the one on top of the C flag, where it's on top of that the tall building in the corner of the map. I feel like that would work pretty well. And you might be saying, well, you might be prone to snipers, and I say no, because I put the objective kind of behind the elevator. That may seem like a very weird spot to put like a bomb site or an objective, but I feel like that would I don't know, I feel like that would create some really nice tension there of just everyone scrambling to the elevator, and it would kind of be like, instead of a fight for the building on top, I feel like it would be a fight to get into the elevator. And I feel as though once a team secures that area on top of the building, I feel like they would win. So that's the only downside I could see with this, and of course everything could be changed, and I feel as though this might not be the best location, but I saw it and I figured it would be one of the best spots. But I don't know. Again, please leave your suggestions in the comments, I'd really appreciate it. So on to the other one. This is, I believe, near the A flag here, and the reason why I chose this one is because grenades would be awesome to use over here, and also because there's a lot of cover. It's kind of like an enclosed area, and again, I will show a picture on screen where like the exact place I'd like to put it there. And the reason why I like this sort of area, and whenever I will be mentioning a bomb site, so like when I said the one on the top of the roof, it's in a very small encased place, because I feel as though teams are more prone to try and capture a specific area. I'm kind of fumbling over my words here, but I feel as though this would be a nice choke point to get if you're trying to work towards gaining a nice area like this. So by putting the bomb site here, you'd have a constant fight between the attackers and defenders trying to gain that little area there, and I think it'd be like a really nice choke point and a bottleneck for people to fight over, and I feel as though that would really create some nice action there. But yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. In terms of reinforcements or respawns, I don't know, that would kind of be decided up to you guys, and if we do ever decide to test this game mode, or at least Lucas decides to test the game mode. But yeah, let me know your feedback about this idea in the comments below, and I will catch you all in the next video. See ya.